Hi Libra, this is your November 3rd through the 9th weekly tarot reading. We'll have 5 separate spreads in this weekly reading. In the first spread, we'll be looking at new love entry in your life. Spread number 2 is for those of you who are already in a relationship or married. In the third spread, we'll see if anybody wants to get back together with you. After that, in spread number 4, we'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances. And the fifth spread will be what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, comment, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is a new love this week, Libra. We have the Magician, clarified by the Queen of Swords. We have the Six of Wands, clarified by the King of Swords. Then we have the Page of Pentacles. In the potential outcome, we have the Nine of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Pentacles. And we also have the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You're probably dealing with a fellow air sign. Gemini, another Libra, or Aquarius. And let's talk about assumptions real quick, right? I'm going to assume you're the Queen of Swords dealing with this King of Swords just to make it easier for me to interpret. But you can assign the roles as you wish. You know, roles can be reversed, but this is how we're going to go, right? You're the Queen of Swords dealing with this King of Swords. So, what's interesting about this reading is that it starts with the Magician, right? Clarified by the Queen of Swords. And those 2 court cards are clarifiers, right? They're clarifiers. And well, I'm glad I clarified. So now we at least have an idea of whom you're going to be dealing with, right? So the Magician is either Gemini or Virgo, right? The Magician is shared between those two zodiac signs. So if this King of Swords happens to be Gemini, it's this person in this reading twice, right? The King of Swords and the Magician in this case is the same person. At the same time, perhaps this is you who is either taking action in the beginning, or maybe this is you manifesting either a person like this one into your life, or maybe this particular person. Maybe you're manifesting, and then perhaps maybe you're taking steps towards this. Well, you know, it happens. If you like somebody, you may start taking action towards that person, right? Because the Magician is a manifestation card. It is a card of taking action. You know, it's a very underrated action-oriented taking card, because the Magician's got all the tools they need at their disposal, and they're not afraid to use those tools. So if one thing doesn't work, they'll try another, or some people have multiple things lined up, right? So if you feel like taking action, then go for it, Libra. But perhaps it's this person also manifesting you, and maybe they're taking action towards you, or maybe if you're dealing with a Gemini, you're on this person's mind 24/7. Okay, whatever the case, the maybe you're dealing with a couple of people, by the way, and you're choosing. Even though we don't have any cards suggesting that, but the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck, you know, the Ace of Swords is a yes. It's a card of clarity. So if you weren't clear up until this point, you will be. With the Ace of Swords, you may have a very direct, very straightforward, very honest conversation with this person, and perhaps that's what causes for the two of you to move forward and this person to win you over, because the Six of Wands is clarified by the King of Swords. The Six of Wands is a victory card, success card, attention card. All right, and this is a bit of a strange reading, to be honest with you, because then we have the Page of Pentacles, right? I would expect the Page of Pentacles to show up a bit earlier in a reading, or on the bottom of the deck. Not in this location, not the way it came up. But again, nothing wrong with it, but it's just a little unusual, right? So with the Page of Pentacles, it could be paperwork. I'll just go through anything could Page of Pentacles represent, right? Could be a child. Maybe one of you is a single parent, both of you could be single parents. The Page of Pentacles could be paperwork, right? It could be tickets to go to a game, to a show, to a concert, to wherever. Right, the Page of Pentacles could be a piece of jewelry in a small box, or maybe a key to their heart, or a key to their place, or the other way around. Right, so the Page of Pentacles, it's a good card. Out of all 4 pages, it's the most serious one. All right. In the potential outcome, we have the Nine of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Pentacles. So perhaps the Page of Pentacles is just the initial steps, and then eventually it becomes the Ace of Pentacles, right? If you nurture it, if you take care of it, and things like that. Because the Page of Pentacles is holding up a pentacle. And then we're also looking at a pentacle in the Ace of Pentacles. So maybe it's like a small step right now, but potentially it could definitely be something big and serious, right? The Ace of Pentacles is a golden opportunity, once in a lifetime opportunity. The Ace of Pentacles could be a marriage proposal card, right? The Nine of Cups is the card of a wish come true and satisfaction. And the Wheel of Fortune, for some of you, it could be like a fortunate turnaround. It's also a card of starting a new cycle, but since it's in the potential outcome, it's starting a new cycle on the next level up. All right, so, you know, nobody's in a hurry in this reading. I don't see any cards suggesting somebody's going to be rushing or like trying to get something going as soon as possible, you know. It's like everybody is moving at a very comfortable pace. All right? Yeah, really happy for you, Libra. Congratulations. If you are already in a relationship or married, Libra, this spread is for you. We have the Two of Swords, clarified by the Eight of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Ace of Wands, clarified by the Fool, and the Knight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or any zodiac sign. Let's talk about assumptions again. I talked about assumptions in the beginning of the first spread, and I want to do the same now. I assume all of this is happening within your marriage or relationship. It's happening between you and your person, or maybe the whole family. All right? Because there's definitely a lot of passion. Right? And perhaps it's like a rejuvenation of your connection, of your relationship. Okay? Maybe one of you wanted to offer something unusual, and I'm not gonna go into the details. It's a PG-13 video. So maybe one of you has some kind of an idea, and but they're a little bit shy to voice it out. They're a little bit shy to offer it, and perhaps this week they finally will. And if let's just assume your person wants to spice things up, do something new, something interesting, something passionate, right? And they've been thinking about it, they've been harboring it for a while. So maybe this week they'll finally voice it out, they'll finally speak up, and you'll be like, okay, let's give it a shot, let's see, let's try it. Because I don't see anybody rejecting it. But with the Page of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Fool, and the Knight of Wands, it's definitely something new and passionate, like really passionate. And it could be passionate about each other, it could be you getting passionate about trying a new thing, and that thing could be absolutely anything. Again, it's a PG-13 video. You could be passionate about taking a skydiving classes together, you know, or anything else, absolutely anything. Okay, so that's what this reading is all about, like some kind of a new passionate thing. And I think both of you will embrace it. All right, cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Libra, this week. Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be the most recent X. We have the Ace of Pentacles, clarified by the Eight of Wands. We have Strength. We have the Hierophant and the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Leo, Taurus, or any zodiac sign. Well, Libra, I don't know why the two of you broke up or called it off at some point in the past, because this reading assumes it's somebody coming back, right? But I wouldn't be surprised if you two get married. Maybe you're still married, maybe you just filed for separation and now you're reconciling and you're still officially married, right? But out of 5 cards we have on the table, you know, 2 are marriage cards. 2, almost half. 33%, right? The Hierophant and the Ten of Pentacles are both marriage cards. All right, the Hierophant could be a Taurus. You're dealing with it's a Taurus major arcana card, but it is a card of something traditional, like marriage, right? It's also a card of religion, education, spirituality, something formal, official, you know, but it's most likely marriage. The Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, yeah, it is also a marriage card. Strength could be a Leo you're dealing with. Strength could be a card of, you know, passion, right? It's also a card of courage, loyalty. Right, the Ace of Pentacles in the beginning, yeah, it's an offer. It's an offer from somebody from your past, an ex or just somebody from your past, and it's a very serious offer. Right, the Ace of Pentacles does come through as a marriage proposal every once in a while. The Eight of Wands clarifying it. It is the Cupid's Arrows card. It's a card of communication. It's a card of going somewhere. You know, interesting turn of events. Libra, right? The first spread, the new love spread was great. I liked it, but this one is like two people getting married. All right, cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Libra, this week. We have Justice, the Eight of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Star on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. This is as straightforward as it gets. First, it's got two work, business, and finances cards, and it has you. I did not even want to mess with it. I did because it's that good. For some of you, if you're happily employed, if you will, if you like your work environment, if you like people you work with, if you've got a job, it'll be business as usual. You're working, you're happy, and all that good stuff. All right. If for some of you, it could be a promotion, it could be a new job. Okay. For some of you, maybe you're going to be teaching other people. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you will be teaching. All right. It could be a consulting gig, by the way, or something like that. Because the Three of Pentacles at the end, right next to the deck, it is a card of a group environment. Sometimes this card plays out as a card of teaching, consulting or just teaching others. Maybe you're onboarding a new person or onboarding a bunch of people. Maybe you're training other people or something like that. But Justice, the first card that came out, that's you. You're a major arcana card. You showed up in your own reading right away. It's always a good sign. The Star on the bottom of the deck could be an Aquarius you're dealing with, but the Star is a card of a wish come true. It's also a card of healing. Maybe you felt under the weather before this week, and now you're back in action. But, the Star, perhaps you always wanted this type of job, or this job, or you always wanted to teach, you always wanted to train, you always wanted this type of a work environment. If that's the case, then your wish will be granted. All right? Cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen this week, Libra. We have the Ace of Cups clarified by the King of Wands, the Three of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Nine of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So what you're not expecting is this King of Wands expressing their love to you, but you're not accepting it. Nope. So this King of Wands could be an ex, yet another ex coming back to you, or it could be maybe another new person coming towards you. Perhaps I'm connecting with a completely different group of you Libras. Maybe none of those spreads were applicable to you up until this point, or at least some of them were, and perhaps this one is applicable to you, but what you're not expecting is an expression of love, expression of emotions from this King of Wands, but you're not. As a matter of fact, you're gonna get a little bit upset with them. Maybe not even a little. Okay, maybe not even a little. Maybe this is perhaps you are moving forward with that King of Swords we saw in the first spread, and maybe this King of Wands is too late to the party, right? Maybe you're choosing that King of Swords, and this King of Wands will be left behind. But no, it's a no. There is an expression of love with that Ace of Cups, but the rest of the spread is a no. Is a definitely no. All right, so that's what you're not expecting, Libra. You're very popular. You got people interested in you. Anyway, so that's what I have for you for this reading for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also comment and subscribe. And other than that, Libra, have an amazing week.